Another way that we can actually interactively start to style our hair, maybe give a little bit more volume to the top, is to, first of all, let me just take this hair back to guides, is to reduce the number of actual hairs on the head. So if I reduce this to something like 10,000 and then reduce the render hairs to say 10%, I'll start to get an idea of what I'm working with. I can actually work with the guide hairs while displaying the render hairs. And so with this, you can actually see the hairs being styled on the fly. Do a little bit of scaling. Pull this forward. Same thing here. Okay, that's not looking too bad. Let's change the interpolation. You can see when we have some hairs that are moving front to back and some hairs back to front, the interpolation of the in-between hairs suffers as a result. So we can just tweak the values until we get the perfect set to the hairs. So with these side hairs, I'm probably going to have to scale them up and then have sort of an arcing movement to them. So something like that. Okay, I'll do the same thing here. Just do a bit of an extra scale on these pieces. And just pull those hairs down and over. This hair here will be important for our interpolation. I can give the top of the hair a bit more volume by pulling it up. Something like that. And then we'll start to work with some of these other hairs on the other side and balance it out a little better. Let's make some extra long hairs right here on the sides. Do a quick scale. And let's bring those hairs down and in. So we'll bring the back of the head up a little more. So this is starting to give us a better volume for our character. Let's just increase the number of render hairs so we can see how that looks. We're starting to get a bit of a gap right here, so we can bring up the hairs to the side. Let's just fill these gaps in a bit better. Let me pull this one over to the side as well. Work with the strands and give them a little more volume. Let's grab the strands here and pull them out. I'll do a bit of a scale. And pull it out to get some more overlap. Back into tip mode. And pull that down. So if I increase the hairs to 30,000, we again start to get more of a fill. We're still losing a lot of volume at the back. So let's see if we can't fix this once and for all. So it's this one piece right here that's causing the problem, so we'll scale it out and then recomb it. Okay, that's starting to come along. If I switch to the guide or the render hairs here, I'll bring up the hair count. And we've almost got our hair totally sorted out. What I'm going to start to do now is add a little bit of variance to the hair. So I'll freeze both hair objects, freeze the modeling stack, and now I'll start to work with some of the effects, such as the frizzing and the kinking, just to fill in these values a little better.